Welcome back to the world of physics. Now you must admit, physics is the easiest subject on earth, right? And today we are going to study on electricity, and we are going to learn and relearn how we calculate our electricity bill. Something of interest to all of us, because we need to pay our bills. And I'm very sure that this morning you are going to relearn something. And now, okay, you will spend the next few minutes learning something and relearning something about the electricity bill. And once again, in the SPM physics, to understand it well, to progress, to improve, you will have to keep on answering a lot of questions, writing definitions, writing down the formula, the quantities, keep on rehearsing, and you will do well. At the end of this lesson, you are going to relearn, and you should be able to calculate your electricity bill. You will know how much you have to pay for the amount of electricity or the electrical energy that you have used. And we will take one of the examination questions to see and look at this concept and see how it works. Alright, this is the question. The table shows the electrical energy consumption tariff. Electrical units, if a person uses just 200 units or below, he will have to pay 22 cents per unit. And after that, the next 500 units, he will have to pay 25 cents per unit. So that is the going rate for a certain electricity company. Calculate the cost in Ringgit Malaysia of using a 1.5 kilowatt refrigerator for 360 hours. So this is a standard concept, a standard question, very popular. The concept is very easy, but we need to understand a few parts. Let us go through it one by one. So the question is very clear. Alright. Now, we will do it step by step. The first thing is, we look at the word unit. We will ask the question, what do we mean by a unit? Alright. Look at this. Electrical units. 1 unit of electricity. When we say 1 unit, what does it mean? When we say 1 durian, we understand, right? So, 1 unit of electricity, what does it mean? 1 unit is defined as 1 unit of electricity is defined as 1 kilowatt hour. Alright, I'll use the same term as in the table. 1 electrical unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Now this is the most important concept that we have to establish once and for all. 1 unit of electricity is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So what does 1 kilowatt hour mean? It simply means this. If I were to use a 1 kilowatt gadget, for example, let's say a guitar amplifier, and I use it for 1 hour, so what do I have? 1 times 1, I have 1. Kilowatt times hour, I have kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour will be equal to 1 unit of electricity. Alright, so that is the meaning of it. So once we have got this, we can come back to the question and we will tackle the question now. Alright, so let's continue. 1.5 kilowatt hours, 360 hours. Okay. So what we will write down here is this. Now what is the electrical or electric energy that is being used in this case? I have 1.5 kilowatt. That is the gadget, the power of the gadget. 1.5 kilowatt. And I use it for 360 hours. All right, 360 hours. Okay, we will just use H to make things more standardized. So 1.5 times 360, what would I get? I will get 540 kilowatt hours. I know some of you must be saying, you said, teacher, why is it that you write down energy? You mean kilowatt hour is energy? It is. Just a little bit of revision. I'll put it here. Do you remember that power is equals to energy divided by time? Alright? So energy is given by energy. What will it give me? It will give me power multiplied by time. Get it? So now what do I have? Power, 1.5 kilowatt is actually power. Alright? 1.5 kilowatt is power. And I multiplied by time. Alright? Time here, 360 hours. It's just that we are using a bigger unit. This is to make it easy for payment. Easy for calculations. Alright? So, allow me to erase this so that it is neater. Okay. So, in other words, electric energy that is being used, what is the number of units? It is 540 units. So, after this, it is very mathematical. It is just calculation of the dollars and cents, so to speak. Alright. So, step by step. Look at the question again. It says, first 200 units, 22 cents per unit. First 200 units, 22 cents per unit. The next 500 units, 25 cents per unit. So, in other words, now I've got to calculate the first 200 units. Alright, I write down first 200 units. Alright. So what is the cost? Cost of the first 200 units of electricity will be equal to 200 units multiplied by 22 cents per unit. Alright? 22 cents per unit. Now, I would like to encourage all of you to write it down the way I write it. The reason is, once you write it this way, I cancel the units. What do I have? I have my answer in cent. Alright? So, I have 22 times 2 is 44.00 cent. And this is equal to ringgit Malaysia, 44 ringgit. So that is my first step. Alright, let's go on to the second step now. It's very simple. Alright. Now the second step is, I write down the next. Okay. I have used up 540 units. First 200 units. What is the balance? The next 340 kilowatt hour or 340 units of electricity that is being used. Okay, so what do? I write down what is the cost? The cost of the next 340 units of electricity used. Write down again, 340 units. I multiplied by 25 cents per unit. 25 cents per unit. Alright. Again, I cancel out the unit. Use the calculators. What do you get? Alright. You will have 85 ringgit. Okay. Let me highlight this. First one is 44 ringgit. Second one is 85 ringgit. Okay. So what is your bill? Okay. Remember, we are calculating our electricity bill. today. Alright, so what is the total? Alright, so therefore, what is the total cost of the electricity used? Okay, so the total would be 44 ringgit plus 85 ringgit. Okay, so this would give, oh, it's not giving, we have to pay, not giving. Alright, so this would mean that we pay altogether 129 ringgit. 129 ringgit Malaysia. Alright, so it's very simple, very straightforward. Just follow the rules and do your mathematics carefully. And remember, 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So this is a very simple lesson indeed, but very important for all of us. So once again, go back, look for other questions that are similar, do your calculations. Alright, keep on writing, keep on answering questions, and you will do well. Alright, and with this, once again, I would like to say thank you very much once again, and may God bless you, and I will see you again the next time round.